Welcome back to At the Table. As always, I'm Dalton.
I'm David.
I'm Caden.
And here we're back with another normal week. The last couple weeks we've been sitting down in the living room, still at the table, but had a couple people on the show. Last week we had Barely Brian, Mr. Barrett Brian. Actually, he's still here in the studio with us doing sound right now. Hey, how's it going, Barrett?
What's up?
Week before that, we had Chad Earls of Umbra Tulsa. Had him kind of came in and talked about his process, talked about the things that he's doing, new music that he's put out. And so now we're just getting back to the table and trying to get back into a normal swing of things. So how have you guys been so far?
Excellent.
Excellent?
I had a great day, except when it started hailing. That was surprising. It hailed for like 10 minutes.
Really? I did not hail by my work, thankfully.
Penny-sized hail, too, with this weather that we're
It
having.
was like big pieces of hail.
That sounds horrible for your car.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I haven't even gone to look at it yet.
Okay, that's not a possibility
put it in
in this
glass,
moment in
too.
time. That's all that was available.
Come on, don't be a baby about the coffee. It's hot mud.
Yeah. Well, did you want to tell us about your day, or did you want to go into this beer?
I don't care. We can go
Okay, that's what we figured.
Well, guys, I just got in my subscription box, or we got in our subscription box here recently from the Rare
Love
Beer
that
Clubs. We got 2 beers in. The first one is the Horserie Saison Brite. It's this one right here. This is going to be out of Quebec, Canada, the Broussard region, and it's made by Les Trois Muscateries. I could be butchering the hell out of that. I took a little bit of French, but not enough to really be great at it.
No French.
The brewery pretty much started in 2004. And it's based off the Dumas. This is Robert Dumas's reference. One for all for one. It's a very Belgian-influenced beer, which is kind of awesome. Because the brewery is actually known for a more German style brewing, and so they're doing this Belgian influenced one, which makes sense, being in Quebec. It's actually fermented in oak barrels for 3 months, first with the Saison strain, and then it has a secondary fermentation process where they actually are adding the house strain, which is where you get the Brite from. And kind of what that is the Brite's going to be the more like tart flavor we find in beers. Kind of helps change the color to that more golden, orangey, hazy flavor and color that you see so often. This can live up to a year in the cellar, and with the more aging that it gets, the more tart that the beer actually becomes. There's only 60 cases of this brought into the U.S., so we are very lucky to be getting to try some of this.
That's pretty cool.
Definitely want to pop open this bottle and see what we're going to be working with.
There it is.
Hey.
Ooh, that's smoke coming off the top. I'm gonna pour around for everyone, and then we are going to try this out. I'm gonna let it settle first. It's starting to get a little foam up.
Oh no! Oh no!
Will it die down, or is it gonna bubble over?
That looks very cool.
This is a sight to see, ladies and gentlemen.
This is definitely kind of like last week when I talked about these Belgian-style ales, especially coming out of Quebec. The last one came out of Belgium, actually in the DuPont, but it has that.
That looks like a commercial.
It has bubbles like champagne almost. It's a beautiful beer, and I'm really looking for it. I actually have not got to try this one yet.
Marketing.
Oh, even that alone is amazing. It's the mixture of the German hops, which is awesome that they're still using this German influence out of this brewery. That helps give it that tree fruit, melony tartness that you see so much. And as you can see, as you pour it, you get quite a bit of head, a nice thick, about 1 inch head we're going to be seeing on there. Which is, it ranges. You talk about your Guinnesses, and they're poured a little bit slower, so the head on them is going to be much, much less. So you guys like to pour yourself a little bit? We'll get a little taste test going on this.
You didn't get a nice thick head. You did it wrong.
That's doing it right, my friendo. I have never been or seen a bartender.
Dalton took notes, so
I'm not saying.
I just know beer is supposed to be served in a room temperature glass in most cases with at least a 1/4 inch to a full inch of head. That's where you get a lot of the aromatics out of your beer. And literally you can. No, we definitely got the sound guy over here getting some of this.
Over there.
What?
It's a Barrett.
Oh, the smell on that's amazing. Very
sour.
fruity, very tart.
Super sour. That's good. That's really delicious.
Yeah, not Barrett. David loves sour beers.
I really enjoy the sour beers, honestly.
Fun fact.
Yeah, I accidentally
Oh,
bought
wait.
a $20 bottle of sour the other
I guess
night.
we talked about that last week, actually.
Did we really?
Well, yeah, we talked about our favorite beers, right?
Oh, that's true, I guess, yeah.
So, you've just paying attention.
This is psychological reinforcement. It works, folks. That's what we do. We sit around all week reading psychology books on how we can, we're just trying to manipulate you all. Some brainwashing.
Well, most definitely.
With our subtle imagery.
Dalton pulls you in, with the allure of beer. And then suddenly, bam!
You're hypnotized.
You're doing our wishes.
Got triangles in every corner of that
Like,
camera.
comment, and subscribe.
So what do you guys think of like the flavor profile of this so far? I'm getting kind of like
I'm the worst.
like a little peppery, with a lot of lemon like acidity behind it. Definitely get that like high acidity in there with the tartness, but it still has that like little bit of a bite behind it. It's kind of where I
A
get
little bit hoppy, yeah, but it's really it's like a sour hop. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
I really couldn't tell you. It just
It's
tastes kind of
almost-
sour to me.
almost like
I like it.
almost like a little bit like peach and lime. Like a little peach and lime flavor in there, real subtle.
I'd say lime is definitely a good. I wonder if that's what it is.
I like
but I
it.
feel like I can take.
I like it a lot.
really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bomb. I did not expect it to be sour, to be perfectly honest.
I really like the bubbles behind it.
After all that explanation, never heard sour.
I heard tart. Which is
Saison
close.
means sour there, pretty much.
This is gonna be a 7%.
Saison means sour. If you could not hear what
Should I
Barrett
shut
said.
up?
No. We're totally yeah. Like they said, like we said, like Dave just said, like Caden will say here in a second. Saison means sour or
Saison
roundabout.
means sour.
Shut up. You don't need to say it just because he said to.
This bottle is 7% alcohol by volume, and on a bitterness scale, it has it rated as a 35 on the IBU, which is very low. I've seen beers all the way up to 185.
So have I.
I think-
They are.
Super hoppy.
Yeah. Wow. Like, my taste buds,
Are exploding.
they hop.
Well, let's enjoy this
Okay,
beer.
yeah.
Let's talk
Wow.
about some of the things.
What's happening tonight
I know.
on this podcast?
Dude.
Wow.
Your taste buds don't hop?
My taste buds skip. They don't
That's
hop.
what I'm. Okay.
My taste buds be skipping
Well.
at this point in time.
Never had that experience.
I'd like to say my taste buds
My
kind
taste
of
buds.
Taste
they
buds.
kind of float. I float from one flavor to another, letting it wash over my mouth. It's going
Real
down.
airy.
Yeah, that's kind of
Prolific.
it's kind of how taste is for me. Like every chew is something a little bit different, which is awesome.
You can see that.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this one.
I definitely enjoy it. I'd say so. Let's do it like on a scale of 1 to 5. What would you give this beer?
I'll give it like a 4.
4.5.
I definitely put it up there for 4.5
Did you say
range.
7%?
7%.
I couldn't tell you what's holding it back from a 5, but
Just not quite a 5.
I don't even know what a 5 beer would be, though.
Well, no, I understand that though because shout out to Corian Kenny for tuning in this week. I definitely appreciate it, brother. Make sure you comment, subscribe, let us know how we're doing. If you like the setup, if you don't like the setup, we really appreciate the view out there. I don't know, like it's almost like for me, like it's really hard for me to give anything a 5 because a 5 to me is something that I can just. I want to drink 1, 2. I mean, honestly, that one that I had last time we came through, the DuPont, the Belgian one, that one would be pretty close to a 5 for me. That was like a 4.75.
Is
I
that
think,
the like golden one?
and I think
Yeah,
it was,
that one-
I think
that
it was
was like
pretty
golden
similar to
beer, though.
this.
Yeah.
But this is almost a little thicker. It's got like a little bit more of a bite to it. It's a little bit drier, I would definitely say. And I think that's kind of what I liked about the other one a little bit more. It was a little lighter, kind of set well.
It's definitely bubbly too. I
Yeah.
got some burps trying to get out.
It's almost like beer. It's almost like a mimosa was a beer.
It tastes a little bit like orange juice, honestly.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like very much more
Yeah.
sour orange juice.
That's actually, yeah, a really good way to describe
It's
it.
very interesting. Like it's almost like if you let your orange juice go bad, but in a good way, to where you'd be like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it was orange juice, it would not. It would probably gross me out a lot.
But
as a beer, it's like
yeah,
I would
as a
definitely
beer,
say
yeah. Exactly.
it's a good flavor. I don't mean to.
I feel like, yeah, that's a good way to describe it, though.
I definitely There's some of these that I'm starting to look at, and whenever I'm reading about them, this talks about the aging process, especially the one we're about to talk about here in a minute. I'm thinking about I might be starting to order some extra bottles of some of these and just cellaring them and letting them sit for once a podcast. Dave's going to spill on this table.
It was empty. There was no spill. I just knocked something over.
Definitely like to get a couple bottles to age them for a year and see how the flavor transforms. You know what I mean?
Would you remember?
Do I remember? Yeah, just mark whenever I bought it, whenever I got it shipped in.
I mean, would you remember what it tasted like originally?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Okay. Just thought, I feel like I wouldn't remember something like that. But I'm not good with beer, so.
Beer.
You could order another one right before you tried it. And then you'd have one to try and one that's been aged to try.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. Side by side
What if they don't sell it anymore after a year?
Well, that sucks. And you just
These
get
are
to
limited
try
beers. Like, there's only 60 of these in the U.S.
in the U.S.
60
Exactly.
cases.
60
In
cases
the
in the
US.
U.S.
Which
Exactly.
means it's still obtainable, just not.
You just gotta
Easily.
get it from Canada. You gotta go up to Canada.
You could call up some liquor store in Europe, I believe, and like you might have to pay some cash for it, but I feel like
You can get it.
You could get it as long as they're still making it. You know what I mean? If
Doesn't
nowhere in
sound
Europe
worth it.
has it, well, I mean, if you're trying to get a good, accurate taste comparison
For your notes over there.
For my
Dude.
notes right here.
dude, we get an exquisite description as to the beer's composition.
Are we all? We finished up the beers.
I'm
Dave
definitely
finished?
done. I'm ready.
I know he's not on camera. He doesn't have a mic. But Bear, what did you think of the beer? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
We got a
Thumbs up.
We got a thumbs
We got a
up.
Didn't
thumbs
even
up.
look.
Definitely enjoyed it. The next beer we're going to be trying on the show today is the 2016 Oud Goose Boon Black Label.
Booze.
Now, once again, it's French, and my French is not the greatest. So I don't know if I'm butchering that, but I'm looking forward to trying it out.
What was that Power Ranger movie with like? I don't even know if it was a Power Ranger movie. Oh really?
Oh, I
There was
love
like
that.
a purple like villain that had like, or I don't even know if he was a villain. I don't know, but he had like, I don't know, something that's in like ooze goose slime or something.
Ooze Goose Slime.
I don't even remember
have
if it was
no
a Power
idea.
Ranger movie. Anyway,
Anyway,
continue with your facts.
Sounds like
this
Power
this
Rangers.
beer is a lambic, and
Exactly.
what's a little bit different about lambics is they are made with.
He was a villain. I knew it. Thank you, Barrett.
What's great about lambics and the reason they're starting to die off a little bit more is it's a very, very strenuous process. So pretty much it's a mixture of a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-year-old beer all mixed together to give them the flavor and the profile they have now.
So you said it's 3 beers in one?
Pretty much. 3 different
Ladies
year
and gentlemen,
sets
this is
of these
unprecedented.
The value.
This beer right here was made by Frank Boone. He's the owner and main distributor of Cotillion and Drie Frontierman Services out of Belgium. And it's best served at 45 to 52 degrees. And it's an Oud Goose. And the taste of it's a little bit drier. And like I said before, it's a blend of a 1, 2, 3-year-old beer, which is pretty awesome. It's going to be... I tried this last night, and wow is the only words that I can use to really describe it. And I really
Wow.
Wow. I know that's simple. I know that's plain, but like it's really just it takes the words out of your mouth. And make sure to really
Caden
smell
just
it.
made words out of his mouth.
Make sure to smell this before you actually taste it because it is amazing. Dave,
The
would you do
smell
the
is?
honors of letting
Yeah.
this open? Yeah, the smell is.
It received the gold award at the World Beer Cup in 2016.
Oh yeah, I went to that.
Oh yeah, how was that, Mr.
Yeah.
Bish Posh?
I remember that.
Applesauce.
That was it was quite exquisite. I saw plenty of old colleagues there.
Impeccable display. Impeccable.
God.
Jesus Christ, Barrett. Hello and welcome to the gun show. That's just the noise it makes when I walk in the room. Pow!
Couldn't even replicate the noise. No, that doesn't scare me.
Caden jumped. Somebody get the rewind on
Just
that.
looking at the crude drawings of our sound man.
Yeah, he's being pretty.
It was a
rude,
penis
crude,
in a
and
vagina for
socially
you guys out there
unacceptable.
watching.
Looked like a penis in a wormhole.
It's definitely a vagina.
What do I know?
You're a wormhole.
I'm not going in that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What you got next?
It's a big, pink, hairy Alaskan bullworm.
It ate my son's homework.
Oh my gosh.
must be good.
I don't even pass that over here. Then.
I'm taking a little bit more.
Yeah, can I get a little bit more before we send it over to the sound guy?
Yeah, just give me the rest of it.
Yeah, just to give old Dave a nice heavy pour there.
Dude, you guys left him with Jack Diddley.
That's plenty.
That's like a good glass full.
Man,
That's about the same amount we got.
y'all got him fucked up.
Like I'm saying, guys,
Please.
please take a sniff. Just. Oh, so light. It's fruity almost. I
I thought
smell.
it smelled like a pumpkin.
I smell strawberries. I smell honeydew melon.
I don't smell any of that, dude.
I don't think you can smell all the smells at one time. It actually smells like an entire zoo to me.
So
I can smell every
Smells
element
nothing like an
individually.
entire zoo, but like definitely, man. I do
smell strawberry, but that's about.
And a
that's about
honeydew
this-
melon. You smell the light honeydew in the bag.
Right in the back. It's sitting nice and
Lower
cozy.
left, high quadrant. We call it the left quarter taste buds. In fact, I can feel it enveloping them as we speak.
That's the 5.
Did you just read that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you actually smelled all that?
Yes.
That is actually really good. It's also sour.
That's the 5 right there.
That's very good. I don't know if I'd give it a 5
Because I
star.
literally can't smell anything.
I definitely can smell some strawberries. I can kind of taste them.
I can't even smell
I
strawberries.
can
That's
taste
about
the
it.
honeydew.
That's about it.
But yeah, I think it tastes great.
It's
It's
awesome.
definitely a very good beer. I
Would you
totally
say it's
drink
better
it.
than the other one?
Yes.
Yes.
You would?
I think
Damn.
so.
I think for sure.
I don't know.
It's less sour, which is kind of like I
Nice.
really like it really sour personally. That's like why the Cranty Weiss is like
They're
probably
definitely
my
two
favorite.
pretty good beers.
But it's got less of the hop bite in my opinion, which
yeah.
I'm not a big IPA fan.
And
So.
I didn't even really taste any in that though.
I think
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh wait, in that one,
In this one,
there was the
yeah.
aftertaste. It wasn't
definitely
bad.
got
It was
that.
still
Yeah.
good, but it
No,
had
no, no.
that hoppy bite. I feel like.
Yeah.
Most
I enjoyed
definitely.
it.
I feel like this
It wasn't
one,
bad. I
the
did.
fact that like you said, it is
I
a little
enjoyed
bit.
it.
Okay, just give him my case. Let him cry. His tears out.
Yeah, I'm definitely having some burps though too.
I definitely think that since
Love
this
that.
one didn't have as much of a hop flavor, it allowed you to like actually taste the transformation of the beer as it washed over your mouth.
Barrett gives it a 7 out of 10.
Seriously, the burps are like not a problem though. They are a problem.
I guess since Barrett changed the scale to out of 10, we need to change the scale to out of 10. So what would you guys rate this
Actually,
beer?
we're gonna change the scale to 20.
20. All right.
No, I want to do out of 100. That way it's a percentage.
All right.
You know,
So yeah, let me get one more taste.
out of 10 doesn't make it a percentage.
No, it doesn't.
Because 7.5 is not just 75%.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what he's thinking.
I would say this is at least
It's
a
just superfluous.
90, if not a 91, from on the scale of 1.
91.
That's an A minus, folks.
This is a very good beer.
Added percentage. What's
very-
he doing? What's
Really,
he doing? What's
really,
he doing
what
to
I
earn
love
that?
about this beer right now is if I look at
What's
it,
he
I can
doing to
still
earn
see the
that?
bubbles.
What's he doing to earn that?
What's he doing to her in that? Oh, a whole extra percentage. What's he doing to her in that?
No.
Alright.
No.
Wow, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Idiom?
Right.
Idiom?
Never heard those words before.
I've heard those words, but never in that order.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
So
definitely-
91%.
yeah,
We're just,
definitely a
digressing
91.
Into, like, childish bullshit today.
Caden, what would you give the beer?
Give it a swirl. Sniff. I'm feeling a light 77.
77. Wow.
Yeah. You know, I feel like it's just not that flavorful really.
Okay.
But besides that, you know, it's
It's
smooth. It's easy. It's definitely tasty. But you know, come on.
All right. Dave, what would you give it?
I'd probably give it like an 83.
83. Okay, we're meeting in the middle.
83 to 84.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I agree with Caden, with what Caden said.
Yes, I know beer.
I don't know about that.
I'm
We
learning.
We have shitty taste buds. That's all it
no,
comes
I
down
know
to.
nothing about beer.
I just, like, I do get, like, a hint of, like, that fruity flavor. Somewhat like strawberries to me at the very beginning. And then the sour flavor just kind of... It doesn't
Washes.
taste like anything. It's just all then I can taste the sour, which I like. It's
Yeah.
good, but
Sour
it's
beer
kinda
is pretty good.
bland at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like the sour dies really quick, and then it just, like, carbonated soda almost to me.
You can understand
Yeah,
that.
that's
Good,
good. That's the bubbles. You know.
It's definitely super bubbly, which I really enjoy.
Where was that one from?
Belgium.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That one was from Belgium. The Saison Vite was from
Quebec.
Quebec.
Yeah,
Quebec.
I remember that one.
Quebec.
I've been to Quebec.
Really?
No, I haven't.
No.
Caden likes to make up
So-
stories for his own well-being.
I didn't even make up a story though.
You know,
There would have been one.
Speaking of
We
of
just shut it
Caden
down
wanting to go to
already.
Quebec, every week we kind of talk about what's your favorite. Last week it was beer. This week we actually reviewed some beer. So actually, that's a great question that I have for you guys. What would be the one place in the world you'd want to travel to, like your one spot?
That's hard.
That is hard.
I got lots.
Oh really? Go ahead then.
You go.
I was gonna say like, I don't know.
Really?
I mean,
Well, the problem is
not
I got lots, so like I can't. One is
Just name
really hard.
all of them.
I don't know. So,
5 of them. I don't know how many are there.
Yeah, give
I
me
wanna
your top
see
3.
everything. And that's not even like a joke. I want to see everything.
I mean, yeah.
Cool.
No, I definitely agree.
But
What's your top 3?
Top 3. All right. I've always really thought Scotland and Ireland would be cool, and that's I'm gonna
Okay.
count that as one.
Okay.
Because just
Joint
proximity.
trip, drink a lot of
Call-
Guinness.
Calling that one. Yeah, exactly. You could
Little
drive.
Bushwick.
You could drive all of it real easy. And then like the problem is, I just think all of like what like Western Europe is really cool. I'm not
Yeah.
that, like I would just love to like hop around it, even if like I could only have a week, just like see a different country basically every day.
Well, pretty much-
Where did Joe go backpacking?
Southeast Asia?
Oh, it was Asia.
That's so dope. Was it Asia?
Yeah,
think so.
I'm almost 100% positive.
That's
it
so
was Asia.
crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Asia
would be dope.
That I mean, not to
That would
cut
be
you off,
awesome.
but like that's like my
No.
number one.
I do think Asia
Tokyo is definitely my number
Yeah.
one
I
all
would like to go
time.
to Bangkok.
I would love
Yeah,
to
everywhere.
live in Tokyo for months, honestly,
Thailand
maybe for the rest of my
You've
life.
seen Enter the Void.
Oh yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's
That
Tokyo
movie,
scene
dude,
right
Exactly.
is something.
Do
Tokyo
what?
would be dope.
Tokyo would be crazy.
there. Tokyo would be incredible.
Yeah,
That movie
culture
is
shock, I
nuts,
think.
Dude. It's kind of that would be scary.
It is kind of like
Depressing and like pretty
Exactly.
horrible all the way through. Like pretty, not horrible as in like it's bad, like a bad movie, but just like the shit that happens.
yeah.
It's
It's
like,
just like because he. Oh yeah, I'm starting to remember it
The
now,
whole
where he,
thing
like,
is
just
fucked.
transfers like
After
from
he gets
life to
killed in
life.
the-
if
yeah.
I've ever seen it, just a very basic rundown. A guy is selling some drugs. I think it's like ecstasy in Tokyo. He's like a white guy with his sister who lives there. And he's selling drugs to somebody in some bar. This is how the movie starts out. And it's all first person, like so it's from his eyes basically. And
It's not all first person. Oh well, yeah, I guess
it's
it
all
is.
the
Like
whole movie is supposed to be
95%
from
of it.
his perspective.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
okay, yeah.
you are
Yeah.
in his face basically. But so he goes to sell these drugs, and he goes and like meets him in a club, and he was set up by this guy. And there's a little bit of introduction. You're probably like 25 minutes in the movie, and it's like probably 2 hours, or maybe wrong.
I don't
but
know, I have no idea.
but then yeah, he goes and he sells the drugs. The police come. He runs into the bathroom, and he says he has a gun. The cop shoots through the door and kills him.
Yeah, I
he
thought
did
it was
not have a
stupid,
gun. He
yeah.
was just an idiot.
Yeah.
And then the whole movie is like him like almost reliving his life, but like right before death, and like through first person perspective is the idea. So it's just really crazy and trippy, and
Yeah.
like, it's meant to be
Just
trippy.
yeah, the stuff he
Jasper
sees.
Noy.
It's
Jasper
what?
Noy, the filmmaker. He
Jasper
he made
Noy?
something even worse.
What?
Irreversible.
I haven't seen it.
Mm.
I haven't even heard of it.
Worse in what way?
Just like how fucked up it is.
It's a
Damn.
fucked up movie.
Like I just
But-
want to say, like if there's anybody that likes that likes Enter the Void, they should watch Irreversible.
And you know, having this conversation
I'm
right
gonna
now
watch
brings
that
me up
'cause
to
that
a
movie's
new
nuts.
point. We've actually discussed it at the table. We plan on getting another mic for situations just like this. We'd love for you guys to actually be able to hear Barrett super cleanly. And just when we have extra guests on the show, having an extra mic. So be looking forward
You
to
need
that
to
in
get
the
like
future.
we seriously need to get a soundboard too, because
Yeah.
then you almost wouldn't even need a mic.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Exactly.
That
exactly.
would be perfect. And then, yeah. We can do. Let's not
We
talk
have a
about better
yeah,
on the podcast.
anyway.
On the podcast.
We have big
Have you guys
plans.
seen
We're
any
gonna
new
end with that.
movies?
Seen any new movies?
Speaking of
No.
movies,
I watched The Discovery on Netflix. I don't know if it's necessarily new to Netflix, but it was their main feature.
like
which
Discovery,
most of
like
the
what is that?
time- it was a movie about suicide.
Oh, because when you said that, I immediately thought of Discovery Channel.
It had
And I was
what's his name? It's Jason something. He's the guy from
Statham.
no,
Yeah,
no,
that's the
no,
only one I
no,
know,
no.
too.
From Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Seagal.
Oh.
Jason Segal
Oh, yeah.
is the main character in it. He's a neurologist, and pretty much his father has found out a way to.
Nice.
What does that look like?
a girl.
It looks like a penis coming.
That's what I thought. I'm immature, but it was on
Wow, I
accident.
thought it was like a girl sitting, honestly, for some reason. That's the first thing I saw.
That's cool. I'm glad that's what you saw.
Yeah, I'm glad
a
you're not as
sculpture.
precocious as we are.
A sculpturist.
I'm an artist.
A sculptor. Yeah, that's words.
Sure.
I can. I knew that wasn't it. I just could not think of sculptor.
We haven't been talking for that long, just to let you guys know.
I'm a scalper.
But yeah, that's about it as far as new movies. I'm actually...
Discovery.
I heard that Scrubs is getting taken off Netflix May 2nd, so I am frantically trying to finish it for the 14th time.
God.
And then I'm going to be buying it on box set DVD because I literally can't live my life
Yeah, I
without
feel
this
like
TV
that's
show.
annoying.
That shit.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah, that's 9 seasons. We're talking...
Burn 'em.
I'll probably buy them because I can get the box set for less than $100, and it'll be Blu-ray quality, which I will definitely love to have. I just that show is my life. It's literally me. It's like a part of me. I tallied up the time. I've spent 51 and a half days watching Scrubs in my lifetime. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire. There's words can't even describe the way I feel about Scrubs.
Well, now that Dalton is done ejaculating over Scrubs, I think the last movie I saw was Get Out.
How was it?
I don't know if I've seen one before that or after that, but yeah, Get Out's the last one I remember, I guess I should say. But yeah, it was fucking incredible.
Wow.
Like,
That's great.
who is it? Jordan
Jordan Peele?
Yeah. Yeah, he did an awesome job, and I saw that he was talking about directing more scary movies, kind of like how Get
Thrillers.
Out. Yeah, exactly.
Psychological thrillers,
Yeah.
which are honestly some of my favorite type of scary
Yeah,
movies.
it was Get Out was seriously awesome. Like, I loved it. So
I mean, it's
like,
the top grossing film this year, I believe.
and it was just like one of those movies that I was just like, I could, like, after it ended, like, I was like, I could seriously just sit down and watch that again.
To try and figure out the little small intricate things.
Just because I like literally enjoyed it that much too. Like, I just sitting there, like, it didn't even seem like it was that long. I will say the ending was kind of like abrupt, but I mean, at the same time,
Most movies are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like scary movies for sure too. So
And it's happy.
yeah, exactly. So, but besides that, like, I thought it was excellent. I really loved it. But
I haven't seen it yet. Definitely want to see because I've heard great things about it.
besides that, I just watch Mad Men, and one day I'm gonna be Donald Draper.
All right. I love it. You'll see us on the podcast with suits on.
Yeah, no, actually, shout out to Dominic. We're going to have him on the podcast next
Yeah, shout out
Tuesday.
Dominic
And
Mongo.
he just did a podcast called You're Not Donald Draper. And I actually listened to it, and I really liked it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's actually really funny.
Dominic,
well, obviously I know
just
he's
letting
funny,
you know,
but-
if you're tuning in watching us, I've done hours of research on your life. So I'm excited to have you on the show.
Oh boy, it's gonna be very interesting because he has some. Yeah.
Do you
he's got
remember
some
what his
plans.
podcast is called? It's like You're...
No sleep startup.
Yeah.
Shout outs to No Sleep Startup.
No sleep startup. We might throw a link down there.
Yeah.
Mr. Dominic. Except you didn't give us one when he shouted me out.
Oh, really? Did
And my podcast, our podcast, but in terms of what he was talking.
Yeah.
Where that link at, bro?
But you didn't give us no shout out.
But we're going to give you a
officially.
shout out because
I mean,
we got
just
love.
posts, he just posts on SoundCloud, though. I don't think he even puts descriptions on
This dude has sent this mug to all sorts of people all over the country.
The podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
His
Yeah,
podcast.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
well, I mean, because he has friends like
That's
scattered
cool.
We'll
around.
definitely be shouting you out. I mean, like I said, last time I honestly was under the assumption we were going to be
Yeah,
having you
I
on
listened
this
to it.
week. Sorry about the scheduling conflicts. We'll be having you on another time. But
Definitely.
I did about 3.5 hours of research on you, Mr. Montgomery. Had to make sure Rocky Mount Senior High School.
I think he's gonna
Some
make
good pictures I
good-
saw from
a
that.
good addition.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
A good addition to the podcast next week. I think it'll be entertaining.
And offering some insight doing a podcast on his own, which would be
I think
totally
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I think you guys will get a kick out of it. That's one of my really good friends, and also happens to be my boss. But it's a cool guy,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be fun. He's like
he's a
Caden
really
said,
cool
he's
guy.
funny.
Definitely
Yeah.
be an
He's
exciting
really-
show.
yeah. Talented and down to earth, and that's a cool
I
combination.
have to talk about some old school hip hop heads with him. He's
Yeah.
definitely.
Weird, yeah. He's fun to talk about that with.
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely have to
We
get
talked-
that on the show.
Talked about Lil Wayne for like...
That's like his freaking idol.
Yeah.
man. Dude,
When we
that's
sat in Stockton's
hard.
place talking about that for like an
Well,
hour.
and I definitely want to hear about his LA music scene, all the details
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, I mean,
So I mean,
he'll get to talk about it. But
Yeah,
he
we'll
had
definitely
he had a
get
record
into that.
deal.
we'll definitely discuss all that stuff whenever the time happens.
It'll be interesting to hear.
Definitely.
Father of 4, so crazy fucking life. But yeah, so I guess I don't really know. You know, this is the problem with coming in with no plan.
Well, you know,
What
now
movies
what?
have you seen?
Dude,
None?
I have not been to the movies in a long. I think, dude, the last movie I might have seen was Come Hell or High Water. I think
Really?
that
I
might
don't
be
even
it.
know what that is.
It was up for Grammys.
Oh, really?
And I thought it was trash.
Really?
It was trash.
Damn. What was it about?
It was based on a true story of these brothers they basically get screwed over when their dad dies by the bank who owns their property with oil on it, and they just get screwed out of it. And they gotta.
Have you seen There Will Be Blood?
No,
Great
that's funny
movie.
because that's
Great
like a
movie.
much better version of a similar
Okay.
story.
Daniel
Yeah.
Day-Lewis.
Yeah,
That's what it
Daniel
sounds
Day-Lewis
like,
is
yeah.
just incredible. But so like they have to like they're in weight debt to the bank for their property, so they go rob enough banks to
that
pay
sounds
off their
kinda
property.
cool.
Yeah, it sounds cool, right?
Barrett gives
You gave it a 9 out of 10, dude.
9.9 out of 10.
I thought it was
There Will Be Blood?
weak. I thought
No,
it was weak.
he's talking about There Will Be Blood.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
One of the best
yeah.
movies
No,
I've
There Will
seen
Be
of
Blood
all
is
time.
awesome.
I was gonna
Daniel
say, what?
Day-Lewis
You were
is
just
absolutely
praising it.
incredible.
Have you
No,
seen
I
the
thought we were
movie?
talking about Come Hell or High
Yeah.
Water. I was like, that movie was up for Grammys, and I thought it was just,
I've never seen it.
like it was a disappointment.
That
Because it
sucks.
got hyped up
You went to
before
the
it was
movies
out.
and saw it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I went.
That's even worse. Yeah.
Steve.
Oh wait, are you serious?
Yeah. Steve and,
Oh, okay.
Brent, yeah. Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
No,
John
dude,
Kubrick.
me and Steve just.
know. Is that the director? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Steve just, chilling out, dude.
Maybe.
Sometimes gotta go grab a coffee.
That's never. Like,
I mean-
I don't think that's necessarily weird.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Before
I know.
before we end anything, for sure, I'd like
Maybe not.
to point out Caden's dope ass shirt he's got on. R.I.P. Shoddy Low, R.I.P. Bankroll
shit.
Fresh. Like, definitely get that up for the camera. This is one of the coolest shirts I've seen like in a long ass time.
Yeah.
Like I
That's a
said, we
weak
should have poured
didn't
some
get
out for
that
Bankroll,
compliment,
poured
so
some
I
out for
got it.
Shoddy Low, like Laffy Taffy,
Did
you
Danny
wear that to work
DeVito, all
today?
that shit.
No.
I wish you would have. Screw everything.
I probably would have been like, I don't know, got some like, I don't know, probably not, but who knows. But yeah, I don't know how to spell the brand. I think it's pronounced Cruel Wolf, and I think it's like CREU something
Wolf.
WULF. I really can't remember, but
Wolf.
we can put that in the
Wolf.
description or
I
I
something.
am from the Sweden. Wolf.
But yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff.
Well, do you guys have anything else for us today?
I don't know. We're just kind of chilling, talking,
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
kicking it.
I feel
I'm
like,
just kind of wondering if what's on your mind.
dude.
What's on my mind? I don't know, man.
Honestly,
Not a lot.
Yeah, man. I'm just feeling kind of pretty.
I've been really
pretty
thinking
out
about
of
doing
it this
videos for
week.
Mixtape Worm, but I just never seem to get around to it.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out
Motivation.
Mixtape Worm, definitely check it out. It's the best playlist you'll find on SoundCloud.
You.
I mean, yeah.
But
Best
I don't
reviews
know.
you'll
I don't
find out
I
on
had,
the internet.
had an interesting conversation with Stockton today,
about what?
talking about creating renewable energy out of cars driving on roads.
Through the roads?
Like as a result of. I mean, it's not plausible. We walked through it.
Well, I remember
but
they were
it's-
talking about
I
putting
was-
like solar panel like roads
Yeah,
down.
that would be an interesting idea.
Yeah,
It
I
might
think that would be really
much
cool.
more plausible than what we were talking about. But I just kind of like threw it out there,
Yeah.
and then we like walked through it. And we were like, no, okay, that wouldn't. You can't. There'd be no like energy excess. It would just be a constant loss.
I mean,
Yeah.
one idea
It's
you
not
could,
efficient.
One idea you could have with a renewable form of energy throughout driving on roads would to magnetize the actual road pavement and use magnets to propel the vehicles. Obviously,
Man.
you'd have to completely redo the entire infrastructure of America.
And replace people's cars.
Well,
Because
yeah.
like, if my car can no longer drive on the magnetic road, what?
Well, your car could still drive on magnetic road. It would just still have to be gas propelled.
I just feel like that would cause a lot of issues. Because I feel like the road using magnets would have to be very specially designed.
It'd
Because
be-
that's just my
Magnets,
thought.
magnets can ruin things too.
Yeah, most definitely. It would just have to be a specifically, like you said, specially designed magnet to where it would work with a tire of some sort. To where as the tires roll over the magnets help propel it on forward.
I've actually made something like that before.
I think that would be.
Well, yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah,
form of
no,
physics.
anyone can do it, but I've just, that's something.
Anyone can do it.
That's something
dude.
I've done
Just
before.
magnetize the
Just use your
roads,
elbows,
dude.
yeah.
Anybody can do it. Like I'm the king of magnetizing roads. Let me
I've
tell
done it
you.
before, dude.
Like
You get those little Hot Wheel
in
tracks, bro.
In my dreams, I have made many a magnetized road, dude. Let me tell you.
I actually had a dream
He's
last
made
night
no
where I
roads.
was running miles for a time limit. I don't know why, but it was in a weird smallish type city where skyscrapers were below me, and I was just running miles, and someone was timing me.
What are you?
This was a dream I had last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
dreams.
I usually don't dream, but for some reason I had that one, and I still remember it.
Dreaming a lot recently.
Really.
Yeah.
Anything particular you want to talk about?
No, not at all.
Anything you want to share with us?
Wow, no.
I can interpret dreams.
Really?
I'll do
Yeah.
do it right here in the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Let's not. No thanks. No thanks. I'm pretty good.
Well,
I'm just saying I've been dreaming a lot lately.
Okay.
You're talking about dreams.
Nothing else to add?
I think
Just-
I have
just
a
dreams.
Just dreaming a lot.
Just
yeah.
dreams.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just having dreams.
Dreaming's cool sometimes, I guess.
I like dreams.
I think I have a dream every night.
I feel like I don't
I mean,
feel as well
everybody does.
rested when I dream, though.
Me either. I always wake up feeling like I was conscious. for
Exactly. Yeah.
I always wake up from a dream and literally just want to get right back into it. Because the moment I wake up, it's
used to
at
be
a
like
crucial point in the dream. I'm just trying to get right
used to
back
have
into
Because
it.
I feel like your brain starts having more activity when you get to an exciting part of your dream, and I feel like it's easier to wake up. I have no idea, but
I try and get right back
Makes sense
into
to
it.
me.
I love being able to fall
Makes
asleep and
sense
just
in my
roll
brain.
back into a dream.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Oh
Don't
my
get
God!
me
Wow,
started.
that was
My
just
goodness,
that was an
that was a
interesting
weird
pause.
ass
fucking moment.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that back. 'Cause that was
I
really
didn't like
weird.
that.
don't get me started.
Don't get me started on how I feel about this moment in time, you fuckers.
I didn't like that whatsoever.
I kind of felt it was interesting.
I thought it
and
was
funny.
funny.
Shouts out if you can bear through the awkward. It's only awkward if you make it awkward, you know. So you never feel awkward, and it's all fine.
You know what's crazy about this
Life.
podcast? We have two
Wisdom.
cancers on the show. Cancer Pride. You mean some of that? Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I abhor.
July 10th, buy me presents.
I abhor.
June 30th,
a high
what
five
up?
over astrology.
What?
Detesting. What? Distasteful. I don't know
Cancer,
what you're talking
baby.
about. Oh my God! Wow, what's happening right now?
Well, guys, I don't know what the hell's going on right now, but what I would like to
What is
say
going on?
is
That's what I'm saying.
thank
Like,
you
there's
for
nothing
everyone
going
who's
on.
We've all
viewed
said
in, tuned
There's
in,
something
paid
going
attention
on.
to the beer podcast. I'm pretty much what we're going to be calling this one because that's what we've been tasting in dreams, sliding into the DMs, whatever the hell you want to
When
do.
did we talk about that?
We didn't.
Slide into the DMs.
I just talked about it right there.
There we go. Yeah. So how often do you slide into the DMs now, just to interrupt and end?
Not very often. I'd say once every 7 or
Slide
8
into the
months.
DMs.
Dude, you should slide
Let me
into
tell
the
you.
DMs.
Let me tell you.
I'm
Slide
just-
into the DMs. Yeah, you can make some progress.
I'm gonna
What
slide
have you
into
got
more
to lose?
DMs. Nothing.
Literally nothing.
Literally.
What do you ever
Absolutely
have to lose?
nothing.
Though, really?
Nothing. So slide into any DMs. you
Slide
like.
into those.
That's our
DMs,
message for the
folks.
week.
Yeah,
Slide
that's
the
what we're
wisdom
gonna call this
from
podcast.
Puppers.
Slide
Slide
into
into
the
those
DMs.
DMs.
You wonder when we talked about it? We talked about it right now, biatch.
God, we are idiots. So I think that was at the table today.
Yeah.
It was good. I don't know.
I
We'll
don't
be back
know.
next week.
I don't know.
Check it out. It was a
Is
fun
any
time.
are any of these good? Honestly?
Appreciate you guys.
I don't know, man. That's you
up
be
to
the
y'all.
judge. Yeah.
Hey,
I
if
don't
you
know.
did
Have a
like
good
it, make sure to comment, like, subscribe.
If you didn't like it, well, comment, like, subscribe,
We've
just so
said
you
it
can
4 times.
just so
We've
you
all
can
said
troll
it
us on this
4
shit. Like always, I'm
Comment,
Dalton.
like, subscribe,
That's 5 times. Can we? Okay. Yeah, you got the idea. And down there, just do it.
and I'm comment, like, subscribe.
We're done. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.